working. Right. Can you hear me? Okay. I just want to try and figure out what microphone is working. So, is this loud? Was that loud? Hello? So that one was loud. This isn't loud, I take it. Did you hear that? I was just trying to figure out whether it's the webcam microphone or my big microphone that's on. All right, sweet. Sweet. I'm not using StreamYard, which is what I normally use. I'm just doing it straight through PooTube. Well, that will get me told off, won't it? Sound. Well, as long as you can all hear me. If I unplug the big one now, and it is that one that's working, and I try and plug it back in again, it's all going to go. You heard the first tap, not the second. Right, okay. No, so it sounds like it's this one that's on, which is cool. So how is everybody? Is everybody well? Oh, this is unbelievable. I bought an adapter, right, to go in the Rode microphone power supply, which is for earphones out, which I should be able to hear everything. So I bought this adapter because I've only got a 5mm jack. Fucking thing don't fit. It won't go in. It won't go in the hole. Urgh. Not impressed. Hello to West Belfast. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. I haven't got normal headphones. I've only got these crappy things at the moment. I need to spit on it. No. That's all I've got at the moment. So I'm trying to build up everything that I need to make this a better viewing experience for you guys. We will get there soon. I have some things on order at the moment which are going to make this all a lot better. In fact, I mean, this video doesn't look too bad tonight, actually. Oh, thought I had a bit of coke on my nostril then. I'm joking. Right, I just want to do a time check to see how much out of sync I am. So it's 2017 at the moment. Let me know if you when you hear this. Right. The for you, the audio might be out of sync with the video. You might need to refresh your page. But what I want to try and do is work out how much of a delay there is, because that's going to be important when we do the body cam giveaway. So if I'm going to say the word pig in a minute. When I say that word, or in a few seconds, when I say that word pig, as soon as you hear me say pig, let me know. Pig. Okay. Well, you're all putting in that you've just heard me say it was 2017 and it's now 2019. So there's about a 2 minute delay at the moment, which I don't quite understand. I know what it is. I know why there's a 2 minute delay. It's because there's 140 something people watching and only 41 people have hit that like button. Get hitting that like button, folks. Bloody fly in here. Can't get rid of the bugger. Right. This is ridiculous with this delay. It's really stupid. So there you go. You let me know that you. Oh goodness me, that was about 3 minutes ago. I said that pig thing. Oh my word, what is going on? This is a horrible delay. I don't know what it is. It must be. I don't know. Oh, it's like I'm being throttled again. I don't know. Right. Well, I know you guys are hearing me slightly behind me saying it by a good few minutes. So rather than waste any time and anybody that is new to the live stream, every week for the past 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks for the past 8, is it 8 weeks? 4, 6, 7, yeah, every week for the past 8 weeks, been giving away a body camera or a body cam every live stream, every weekend live stream. Normally these are given away within the first hour of the stream, and that's not going to change. We'll still do that tonight, and I've got 4 left after tonight. So every week, as I say, we're giving away a body cam. These are mini body cams, so they're nice and discreet. I'll just take it out of the bag to show you, for those of you who haven't seen it. It's a little mini body cam. Those 4 lights on the front, there, and there, they are for night vision. So it comes with night vision. It's very discreet. Comes with a little clip which you can clip onto your pocket or onto your bag strap, or wherever you want to strap it. All you need to get, if you win this, is a little SD card which goes in there. Comes with a charger which plugs into your USB, so it charges by USB. Comes with a little stand as well because it's got motion detection on there as well, so you can set it up in your house if you want to, nice and discreet. Put it on motion detection. When it picks up movement, it will record for a short while, picking up whatever it sees. So that's what we're giving away tonight and what we've given away for the last few weeks, including what we'll be giving away for the next few weeks as well. Those are courtesy of Pinaki News. His link is in the description. If you're not a subscriber of Pinaki News, or if you've not heard of Pinaki News, please consider clicking that link in the description. It's the very first thing in the description, and going and checking his channel out. He's got some great stuff on there. Thoroughly nice guy. Has plenty of interactions with people over his photography hobby, which are definitely worth a look at. As I say, this will be given away at some point in the next 50 minutes or so. For those of you, again, who are new and this is your first time on, excuse me, on the live stream, what we do is at a certain time, so I'll pick a time just randomly within the next 50 minutes, and I'll put a link into the description, or into the comments rather, of the live chat. That link will be to a video. All you need to do at that point is, once I put the link in, is you'll have 5 minutes to go over to that video and type your YouTube username only in a comment. So you'd go over to the video, in the comments, don't type anything other than what your username is. Okay? So if your username is police abusing powers, which it shouldn't be, but if it was, then you type in a comment, police abusing powers. That is it. No more, no less. Whatever your username is on here is what you type in the comments on that video. You'll have 5 minutes to do that. Once that 5 minutes is up, I will then use a website which picks random comments from YouTube videos. I will use that. I'll put the URL to the video in, and it will pick a random comment. You have, or rather, you can only put your name in once. If you put your name in more than once, so if you make multiple comments, you won't be eligible if you win, because I'll have to check for the comments and see if it's in there twice. So only one comment to make it fair on everybody. Otherwise, as I say, if you're found to have multiple comments in there, it's not fair on everybody else. So you'll be disqualified. So one comment, your username only. And once I call that name out, you'll have 60 seconds to let me know that you're here still. If after 60 seconds you haven't made yourself known, we'll have to pick somebody else, again, to make it fair and so that it doesn't drag on for ages. So that's for the people that are new, or for the people that don't know about the rules for the Bodycam giveaway. It will be sent to you first class, signed for as well, so you'll receive it the following day. At most, it will be 2 days, depending on if I can get to the post office or tomorrow or not. Tomorrow is a big day with regards to news. I've got huge amounts to go through, but you will have it within a few days. Promise. Okay, so that's that. But it'll still be sent to you, signed for first class. Somebody said, where is it? Oh, goodness me. Can you ask you something about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 13? It's funny you should say that. I wonder if it's still on here. I was looking at... No. I was looking at Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the Human Rights Act about an hour ago, to do with tomorrow's PAP reports. But please feel free. If you have a question and I can answer it, then I will be happy to. If I can't answer it at the moment, then I'll certainly get back to you. Oh, better turn the sound off of that, hadn't I? I'm struggling how to figure out how to work out which end it is that's lagging. Oh, President Trump, I see a message from you in Discord. Just seen it in my notifications about the hoodie. I'll come back. Let me speak to you after the live stream, mate. Okay. The video. I see Joe Public. You're answering Angel there. The video that I'm going to link to is a video about the camera, so it will tell you about the camera anyway, so you can go back and check it later. If you open it in a new window and you go and ask and you go and when I post the link, you go and open that in a new window, and then when we're finished on here, you can go back and watch that. Yes, sweetheart. You're talking about freedom of movement, I believe. Is that right? Sweetheart, there are provisions in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the same as the European Convention for Human Rights and the Human Rights Act. There are provisions in there that allow for our right to be suspended for periods of time for certain reasons. If there wasn't, then we wouldn't be allowed to go to prison, because that would be an infringement on our human rights. Okay, because that's removing your freedom of movement, isn't it? It's taking away your liberties. So there are provisions that cover some restrictions of people's human rights, and it's to do with whether or not those restrictions are done in a lawful way or for a lawful reason. That is the issue. To say simply that the overarching legislation is a breach of our human rights is not something that we can say. We can't say that, or in my opinion, we can't say that it's that the whole provision is unlawful based on human rights. You have to look at each thing individually, and there needs to be an argument for why those rights have been restricted. But tomorrow's, I will be talking about the protest in tomorrow's PAP reports, because I believe, and I'm just trying not to give too much away here about tomorrow's PAP reports, that's all. But there are more than one human rights that I believe are we could argue against, shall we say. I think yeah, that tomorrow's PAP reports will be an interesting one for people to watch, I hope. Going back to van life, trying to be a respectable member of the community. Oh dear. Well, Blue Bottle, the thing is, a lot of people just see human rights as a blanket thing, and people seem to forget that there are provisions, unfortunately, within the Human Rights Act and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. There are provisions in there that allow for human rights to be suspended for periods of times. As I say, if it wasn't, then we wouldn't be allowed to go to prison. So obviously there has to be something there in order for them to bypass the human rights. But again, it depends on the situation itself. You can't just use it as a blanket thing to dismiss all of the legislation. It has to be used on its individual merit at the particular time for the particular infringement. Yes, Ian, caveats everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Yeah, well, you see, Paul, one of the things as well is that in the Civil Contingencies Act, this is something nobody's really spoken about. The Civil Contingencies Act, pretty much everything that is in the Coronavirus Act, if you like, and the COVID-19 regulations and all that stuff, a lot of that stuff is already in the Civil Contingencies Act, and that is to do with national emergencies. Okay, within the Civil Contingencies Act, it states, and this is off the top of my head, so you'll have to bear with me, and you might have to go and check it out yourself. But in the Civil Contingencies Act, it states that protests can be made unlawful for a period of time. The government can come and take your house from you if they want, and they can destroy your house if they want and have to give you no compensation. There's a lot of stuff in the Civil Contingencies Act that is brought up in these more recent acts. And for me, personally, it feels as though what they've done, because let's face it, if the government turned around and said, right, we're enacting a Civil Contingencies Act, this is what we're doing, and then people started looking it up, people's arses are going to fall out and the government is going to have a serious problem. So for me, I feel that what they're doing is they've created these other acts and they've taken bits of other pre-existing legislations and put it into this new one in order to try and sneak it past people. Because let's face it, who the hell would have known that there was a Civil Contingencies Act? Do you know what I mean? Who would have known that, or who knows what half of these acts even exist? Hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 or more acts. Alice, go and sit down, please. And nobody knows about them. So it's easy for them to sneak one in or take bits from one act and put it into another. It's I don't know. Watered down martial law. Yeah. Well, yeah. I do know the channel Crime Bodge. I do indeed. No, giveaway's not been done yet. I mean, what I didn't get, and who was I talking to? I was talking to True Reporter earlier on the telephone. And you know what? If people want to make a fuss, you know, if these people want to protest, etc., I've always said from the beginning, I've said, look, they've already said it says in the legislation. Now, whether the legislation is lawful or not is another matter. It's a topic for a different day. But let's say, for example, that everybody, government and the police, believe that the legislation is lawful. Okay. in that legislation, the only thing in there really, well, there's two things. One, they can come and take you away for testing if they believe you've got COVID-19. Number two, you can't be in groups of more than 2 people. That is really the only two things that the legislation says. Really, everything else is advice, isn't it? So if all of those people that turned up at Hyde Park, for example, or Queen Elizabeth Park in Scotland, I can't remember, and all these other places, if all of these people turned up and they stayed in groups of 2 and stayed 6 foot apart from each other, number one, they're going to cause more disruption, okay, because they're going to take up a hell of a lot more space. Number two, they're following the legislation. Okay, no more than 2 people in a group, and we've been told that you can be around other people providing you socially distance. So nobody should have been able to be arrested, detained, fined, or anything like that if they'd all went out and stayed 2 meters apart from each other. Okay, but I think it would have passed on a much stronger message, especially if the police went in and started arresting people. If they test you for COVID-19, will they keep your DNA on record? That I couldn't tell you. Probably. That's all I can say is probably. They always say they won't do certain things like that. But I mean, let's face it, if they think they can get away with it, then they're going to do it, aren't they? But I can't tell you whether they will or not for certain. Okay, I can only tell you what I think in that respect, because it's not something that I know anything about. Marvin, yeah, well, you clearly haven't been watching my videos then, have you, Marvin? Hey, did you not see my video that went up earlier about that very incident? No, I didn't say the 2 meter distance was in law. What is in law is that only 2 people are allowed to be in a group. That is or not in law, rather. What's in the legislation states that no more than 2 people can be in a group. Okay, that's what that states. What I'm saying is the government have said, okay, what we've got to do is we've got to take the legislation and their advice and use it against them. Okay, this is what we've got to do. So if the government or if the legislation says no more than 2 people in a group, okay, and everybody turns up somewhere, you're quite literally classed as a group, aren't you? Okay, because you're all close to each other. They're going to class you as a group. Therefore, they're going to start throwing fines at people. But the government guidance says 2 meters apart. Now, I know that that's not enforceable, and I know that it's not law. However, when you think about the legislation saying no more than 2 people in a group, okay, what constitutes a group? If you're 6 inches away from each other, are you part of that group? If you're 2 meters away, are you part of that group? Well, based on the guidance, they've said that you're not in part of a group if you're 2 meters away. So therefore, if everybody was in groups of 2 people, but were 2 meters apart from every other group, okay, number one, that is going to take up a hell of a lot more space. It's going to cause a hell of a lot more disruption, okay, for whoever's trying to police it. Number two, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Because if you're 2 meters apart, they can't say that you're part of that group or part of a group. You're your own group of 2 people. Therefore, the police couldn't do fuck all about it. And I have said this before, but people, people say, well, the 2 meter rule's not enforceable, blah, blah, blah. And I know it's not, but that doesn't matter. In this instance, that doesn't matter. If you follow that 2 meter rule, you're going to be doing yourself more of a favor, because they can't tell you that you're part of another group if you're more than, or if you're 2 meters apart from them. So that has to benefit you if you're trying to make a statement. Sydney, has somebody said something they shouldn't have said to you this evening, out of curiosity? Smoking. It doesn't surprise me at all, Stella. Can I ask then, Sydney, why you jumped in and just said about calling this a children's room if nobody said anything to you? See, I'm not being funny, Sydney, but that's just a comment like that is just inciting somebody to say something back to you, isn't it? I'm going to try and engage with you, in a grown-up manner here. But jumping in the room and calling it a children's room and just basically slagging everybody off that's in here is a bit silly, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Comrade Corbyn. I think, to be honest, it's a good thing in all fairness, I mean, he's standing up for some rights there, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? I know he went a bit cuckoo, in my opinion, with apparently he was shouting out some conspiracy stuff, but one second. What is this doing? It's going so bloody slow. What on earth is wrong with this? This is running so slow again. Trying to keep up with this chat is just doing my nutting. Right, just so everybody knows, I've just timed out Sydney Houston, simply because there was no reason to start on people in the room. And I don't want people getting into an argument and turning it into a bitch fight in the comments. So I can't see a way of slowing the chat down, to be honest. I've got some options here, but it doesn't tell me anything about slowing the chat down. I just don't want people getting into that situation where people start bitching and shouting at each other. It's not what this channel's about. That's not what I started this channel for. I simply want people to be able to share their stories, talk about their situations, and hopefully learn something. And that's it. Bitching at each other does not achieve anything. Ian, I'll happily email you. Yeah, no problem. I'll email you after this live stream. I think someone's nicking the broadband. Mate, I don't know, Welshie. I've got no idea where it is. I'll have to have a look later. Me, fed up? I'm not fed up at all. Not fed up at all. I'm going to be giving something away shortly. How can I be fed up? I like giving things away. Hello?
Hi, Dan. It's Ian Houston. How you doing?
Hello, mate. You all right? I'm still on the stream at the minute.
You doxed my daughter on your live channel.
I've done what, sorry?
You doxed my daughter on your live channel.
How did I?
She hasn't attacked anybody.
Doxed her?
Yeah. All she was doing was voicing her opinion. I've been watching it. All she did was voice her opinion. Right, okay, and then some other people came on your channel and started having to go at her. She wasn't being horrible to anybody on your channel.
First of all, I thought doxed was giving information out.
When you're giving out a personal name, that's doxing somebody. So you're putting them in time now. That's actually doxing someone.
But her name's on there?
Yes, but you're still doxing her by saying, right, okay, I'm putting Sydney Houston. So you're actually telling your audience, putting her in time out.
Well, I was actually telling her, so she knew what was going on.
I don't really agree with what you're doing. Okay, I don't really agree with what my daughter's doing. Okay, but what I'm telling you is, right, okay, is there will be repercussions about this now.
Well, Ian, right?
I'm not happy with the way you're running your channel, the way you're conducting yourself.
Right, you're not happy with the way that I'm running my channel or conducting myself. I asked Sydney, first of all, why she was saying it was a children's room.
You're still going out live while you're speaking.
Well, you phoned me while I'm on a live. I don't know what you want me to do there. Well, that's why you're just saying to me I'm still going out live while I'm talking to you. Well, that's because you phoned me while I'm on a live. Yes. The fact is,
what we're going to do is we're going to contact YouTube now. Okay, thank you very much.
You're going to contact? Yeah, all right. Go on then. See you later. Right. Well, apparently, and do you know what? I've tried to be reasonable with certain people. And I've been polite. I've always been polite. And thankfully, I keep all of my emails and all of my correspondence with said people. But now I'm being threatened that people are going to go to YouTube and complain about my channel because I timed somebody out because they were looking to start an argument. I've never had a problem with you, Ian, okay, until now. Now you're threatening me with going to YouTube, okay, over what exactly? Over what? And you think me saying Sydney's name on a live stream is doxing her? And you're supposed to be somebody who helps crime bodge with his legal stuff by saying somebody's name is doxing them. Don't be ridiculous. don't be ridiculous, right? Sydney come on here, okay, started calling people children. I asked her why she was doing it, okay, and then she done it again. At which point, yes, some people did turn around and start talking, saying things to her after I had removed her from the chat because I didn't want that happening. Okay. So what do you want me to do? Just let it carry on so that Sydney can come in and create tension in the room and cause people to all of their attention on her, so she can then turn around and go, "Look, Daddy, they're picking on me." Is that what you're saying? Ain't happening, mate. Sorry, I don't give a shit. If she wants to try and cause an argument in the chat, then she can go and do it somewhere else, mate. It's as simple as that. All right? Sorry, folks. Yeah?
You've been reported. Right, okay. Sydney did not say, right, okay, children. She said,
yes, she did.
Asked the question, are you running a children's home?
So you didn't see the second comment that said children in it?
I've seen all the comments. I've just read it back in real time.
Right.
And it says, are you running a children's home?
Right.
You took everything out of content, completely out of content. Now you've mentioned Rob Warner and myself.
And what? Okay. And what? Do you know what? Do you know what, Ian? Right, I've been respectful to you and your daughters, right? And now I don't give a shit, mate, to be quite honest. Do you know what? What? Shut up.
Well done.
Well done, you, mate. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. Wow. Wow. Well, there you go. There you go. Apparently now, it's naughty to remove somebody from a chat. I thought, you know, I was quite within, you know, I was quite under the impression that I can ban or remove or time out anybody that I want from my channel. I thought that's how the rules were, you know. But there you go. Apparently not. Apparently it's now a legal issue. But there we go. Stella, if that was you a minute ago, just give me some time. I need to have a cigarette. Dear. What's that about Essex Boy? What did I say there? Something about Essex Boy. See the Essex Boy show up then. Oh dear. Well, I suppose it adds a bit of spice to the live stream, doesn't it? Right, time is 21:04. Please let me know when you hear me say it's 21:04 and let me know what the time is when you hear me say this. Miss Raven, in the header image of my YouTube profile has the name for the WhatsApp number you can send stuff to. Thank you, Kill Poppers. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me on the channel?
No.
Yeah. Dan, can you hear me on the channel?
No, I can't hear you on there.
Yeah, put me on this channel.
Oh, you want to go on loudspeaker?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Say something.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Let people
messages to Ian.
Let people know who that you're not who they probably think you are.
What?
let people know who you are first, because people might think you're somebody else calling me back.
Yeah, hi, I'm Stella. Everybody, I'm Stella.
Right, go on then.
Right, my message is to Ian. Yeah, Ian, don't be such a dipstick. Yeah, your daughter came on here, was causing a lot of trouble. I was reading the comments. They're not running so fast for me, so I could see everything. And I actually said to Dan about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, are you okay? You look fed up. And I could see that this was going to go bad tonight. So that's why she's been kicked off the channel tonight. She can't behave herself. It's as simple as that.
Thank you, Stella. I can't get people onto the live chat because I'm not using I'll put you back on speaker. I'm not using the other thing that I normally use. So yeah.
Is that Ian who I think it is?
Probably.
I can't remember. The one in the camper van.
No. No, I'll
the other one, right? It's the other one. Yeah, okay, I know who it is.
I'll message you afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll message you after.
I think it's to phone you up on a live chat, start having a go at you about something his daughter's misbehaving. That's ridiculous, that is.
I know. Listen, I need to give this camera away, so I'll give you a message afterwards.
Okay.
All right, Stella. Ta. Bye. Sorry, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Before that, oh my God, are you only just getting that now? Right. Anyway, camera time. Camera time. I won't give up my day job. Don't worry. Thank you, Sonic and She. Right, so camera time. Third time lucky. I've got to open another page because I need to get the link. So if you bear with me one more second and we'll get this camera given away. Ash Phillips, you may well be the winner tonight. Who knows? Oh, come on, load up. What are you doing? I don't want to do that. I want to open a new page. Thank you. Down at Fraggle Rock, grab a Fraggle by his cock, swing him round your head till the Fraggle's dead. Put him in a bin and sellotape the Fraggle in. If he tries to get out, knock the Fraggle out. If he makes a run, stick a chainsaw up his bum, turn the chainsaw on. Vroom, now the Fraggle's gone. Right. Some people are saying that I'm getting comments back slowly, but there's no delay in the video. I don't know what's going on there, and I don't know what that's all about. I will still give the 5 minutes. I'm presuming that giving 5 minutes is still going to give people enough time to get over and do what they need to do. So I'm about to post a link in the comments. That link is going to take you to a video. On that video, as I said earlier, what you need to do is you need to type in the comments your username. That's it. Whatever your username is here on YouTube, just type the username in. For example, if your name is Rebel Reckoning, you just type Rebel Reckoning in a comment. If your name is King 77703, you write King 77703. No more, no less, nothing in between. Whatever your username is, that's what you type in the comments. Okay. So right, okay. It looks like I'm getting comments back. You're only just hearing Stella at the moment. And we're talking about 6 minutes ago. So I'm going to give 10 minutes today. I'm going to give 10 minutes for people to go and put their name in the comments of the video that I'm about to post the link to, just to make it a bit more fairer, to make sure everybody gets a chance, just in case there is a delay in you hearing this. Thank you, Joe Public. Much appreciated, my old son. It's very kind of you. So anyway, here comes the link. And you have 10 minutes from now. So for me, it would be 21:24. 21:24 will be when I pick a winner. Thank you, Merrick. Much appreciated. So remember, you go over to that link, go into the comments and type whatever your username, whatever your YouTube username is, type that into a comment. Nothing more, nothing less. Do it once and once only, please, because any more than once makes it unfair on everybody else. If you type more than twice and I see that there's more than one in there, but you win, then unfortunately we'll have to pass it over onto somebody else. And I'm going to keep posting the link all the way up for the next 9 minutes. Who's a sicko? As I say, simply because I don't know what the delay is, and I want to make it fair on everybody. This obviously, as I say, is going to be a 10-minute window to get over and type your username only in the comments of that video. It's always an interesting Sunday evening with Pap Herford. Says cannot find server. Have you tried right clicking it and opening a new window if you want a PC or laptop? It seems most people are being okay with it. Try refreshing the page. And we're back in the room. Hello. Do you want to say hello? Come on in. You want to say hello? Hello, baby girl. Hello. Wow, hello, Daisy. Watch your head on the microphone. Watch that wire as well. Thank you. And you, Alice. Hello. 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 Sneezed in my ear. Careful. Watch the leads. The door's open. You want to go to the toilet? Go. Go on. The door's open. You can go. The door's open. Go. Louise needs some help with some cards. Okay, Louise, I don't know if you've emailed me or WhatsApped me. I will get to that as soon as this is finished. So if it's just me, well, if it's just me having the lag problem, then what I'll do is I'll still do the 10. I'm still going to do this for 10 minutes. So you've got 5 minutes anyway. And the 60-second thing for somebody to let me know they're here. I will extend that a little as well, just to make sure that I get the comment before I hand it over to somebody else. Don't worry, I didn't touch my eye then. Can I help you? Make you famous. Should we make you famous, Alice? Hello. 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 She's got a beard like me. It's going great. Mwah. Okay. Off you go. Don't like you that much. Oh, you have to come back for some more, don't you? Hey? Oh. Nothing here for you. Okay, you're just going to cover me in fur. And I'd rather you didn't. Off you go. Move. Chris Hartley, you received yours. When did they come, mate? Did you get them today? Oh. Jay, that's why I'm doing it on with my shirt. Thank you, Mark. It's very kind. It's much appreciated. Okay, well, I'm going to give it there's another 3 minutes left anyway, folks. Sorry, 2 minutes, another 2 minutes. Fergus John, you're still waiting for your cards. When did you order them? If they was ordered on the 10th, they should have been sent out. They should have been with you today, because I had to order more. I actually ran out. I completely sold out by midnight on the 9th when I told everyone I had them. Just after midnight, I ordered another 750, which sold out by midnight on the 10th. I saw that coming. So on the 10th, I ordered another 500. Unfortunately, because of the weekend, it's likely I'm not going to get them until Monday. I get them Monday. They will be sent straight out first class tomorrow. They'll be sent out first class. So you should have them, depending on what time they get here, you should have them Tuesday, provided I can get them in the post before the post office shuts. Did I dox the dogs? Okay, we've got less than a minute, I think, guys. Less than a minute. I've just posted the link again. Don't forget, type in whatever your username is on here into the comment, please. Okay, that's it. I've just loaded up into. Now I'm going to have to do it this way, folks, because I don't have a way of sharing my screen with you at the moment. So I'm going to have to do it this way and show you my screen. If you can see it, it's not going to work, is it? Not like that, it's not. I don't know if you can see that or whether it's doing that tunnel thing. But it says 150 comments. If it doesn't show it properly, I'll read it out in a minute anyway. So Constable Bacon. Providing you've only typed your name in the comments once, you've just won yourself a body cam. But I need to go and check, because as much as I take people's word for things, I don't trust anybody who's called Constable. Now, normally I'll give 60 seconds to let me know you're in the room. I am, however, going to extend that just to make sure that I receive notification in the comments, because I am getting the comments in a delayed fashion. Thank you, Lawrence Baker. Appreciate the comment. Thank you. Right. I'm trying to load all of the comments, and then I'll do a search for the name of the person who's won. And that way I know whether I've been cheated or not. Constable Bacon, there you are. I see you. All I'm doing now is just double checking. I have to do it. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I don't trust anyone. So I just have to make sure that all the rules have been followed. think I need to defrag this bloody laptop. Right, are you done yet? Are we there yet? Come on. More? Can't be that many more, surely. Yeah, I see him comment. Thank you for letting me know, folks. Right, that's it. So now I'll do a Control F. To a Constable Bacon search, and there we go. That's it, Constable Bacon. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a mini body cam. And I'm sure I can speak for everybody when we say we expect some use out of this, and we expect some videos to be shared. It's entirely up to you what kind of videos you want to share, but but that will be on its way to you. That'll either be in the post tomorrow or the day after, but it will be done first class, signed for, so you will have it. You will have it by Wednesday at the very latest. Chances are it will be sent tomorrow, especially if the rest of these cards turn up. And I've got about 40 orders to post, so chances are it will be in the post tomorrow for you. But well done, congratulations. I'm glad somebody else has won. And now hopefully we'll get some more content. Oh, my phone just keeps lighting up at the moment. I don't need to tell the DSS anything. I have to tell the tax man, obviously. Oh, see, I leave my cookies and browsing history, so if the police ever come round, they'll have something decent to watch when they go through my search history. Right, Constable Bacon. What I need you to do, because I have to make sure that I'm sending it to the right person, and I ask everybody to do the same thing. If you can take a screenshot or a photograph of you signed into your dashboard on YouTube. Now, I don't need to see any of the information. Okay, it's not what I'm looking for. All I need is where it shows your username as logged in. Okay, now whether that be in the top right hand corner when you click on your channel icon, okay, whether it be there. Oh, what's going on? Which will say your name when that drops down, or whether it's actually in your dashboard on the left hand side, it should have your name, your username up in there as well. I need you to send me a screenshot or a photograph of that, names and your address, please. £100 Patreon? I haven't got £100 Patreon levels. Hey, Daisy. Daisy. Hey. Shut up. What's the matter with you? No, get over there now. Don't want you shouting at the neighbours, thank you. Hey, stay there. Yeah. Send it to my email address, please, Constable Bacon, policeabusingpowers@gmail.com. Don't you growl at me. Did you hear me? Stop. I'll get them up in a minute. Yeah, you can hear me still, can't you? I only moved it a fraction. Hello? Well, Pinaki's done a video for both of them, the Bob Love and the SQ8. Stop it. Don't you dare. Oh, goodness me. Everyone's shouting at me now. Look. Oh, I see what you've done there, Mr. Trump. Unfortunately, Cop Watch UK, all the Bob Loves have gone at the moment. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Motti. Thank you, Head On. I'll take a look at them, Joshua. Taking me a while at the moment. I mean, seriously, I've not even looked at Facebook or WhatsApp messages yet. In fact, I've the amount of stories I've got for tomorrow's report is ridiculous. I think tomorrow's report is going to be about half an hour long. Cockwombling spunk trumpet, Molly. I said that as soon as your comment appeared on my stream here. get a job. David Manby, who are you talking to, David? Mod slots at the moment are reserved for those people who are supporting in Patreon. However, that's not to say that I won't pick other people at random if people are being nice, contributing to chat, not getting into handbags at dawns with other people in the chat. Can I play an instrument? I've been known to get a tune out of the old blue vein flute. I saw you put one up the other day, I think, Hedden. I did watch one, but I can't remember if it was a recent one. Have you put a recent one out, Hedden? No, they're not lurches. One of them's a pointer, so one of them's a hunting dog. Dragging a body downstairs. Thank you, Constable Bacon. I'll check that shortly. Raymond, you do now, mate. You do now. Just read the rules about moderators in the Discord, because I've posted a post in there about it a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, if you're not sure about something, leave it, and one of the other mods will deal with it until you get used to what sort of things are definitely not allowed. Although most things are allowed, I don't allow people to target other individuals, as in continuously. So if you're having a go at, so if someone's having a go at somebody and they keep focusing all of their attention on that one person, that I won't stand, and they can go in a timeout. And the only other thing is inciting a crime or violence, and that's it really. The only other thing is if people have been told before not to, how can I put it? If people are blatantly out to cause a problem, okay, they can be timed out as well. It's only a 5-minute timeout, so people can always come back after that. Even if it's a mistaken timeout, people can still always get back after that. But again, if there's any problems, then, and you're not sure about something, Proving Molly, President Trump, Jay, and the other mods will take care of it if you're not sure. Until you get used to it, that is. No, sometimes I wish I could time myself out and just let you lot get on with it. Look, the door is open. If you want to go to the toilet, you can get yourself out. You're not an invalid. All right? Goodness. Thank you, Terry. Richard, well, I only timed out Sydney. I didn't block her. I just timed her out for 5 minutes. So I don't know what's going on. Take it easy, Mark J. Thanks for joining us. Unsuppressed. The problem with Section 50 is it's not the complaint. It's not the police that's being a complainant as such in most cases. It is the problem with Section 50 is it's that the constable believes that your actions are or have caused antisocial behavior. Okay. So basically the police can decide whether or not someone else is going to feel aggrieved by your behavior. And that's the problem with Section 50. Take it easy, Barry Fletcher. Yeah, tomorrow's report is going to be a long one, I'm afraid. Normally Saturday and Sunday are the only 2 days that I'm not doing stuff for the channel. Well, they were the days set aside not to do stuff for the channel, apart from Sunday evening. But excuse me, I find myself still doing stuff 7 days a week now for the channel. Might be a bit different when everybody, all the businesses are allowed to open again. It'll be slightly different then, maybe, as I'll have to get on with my own thing. Although, that in mind, depending on how the channel goes, I might be able to just concentrate on this full time, but we'll have to see. I forgot I had a coffee there. It's gone cold now. Yeah, cold coffee. Ugh. Good night, Marilyn. Take it easy. Stay safe. Oh, I don't do Starbucks or the other one. I don't agree with that. I'd rather pay 70p for a cheap Asda coffee and make me own at home. £16 for 3 drinks. Jesus. That's ridiculous. I can get about 60 for 69p. Take it easy, Ian. Really? What was that for? Told you, you want to go to the toilet, doors open. Help yourself, knock yourself out. All right, folks, just give me a second. I'm just going to go put my kettle on. And for some reason, the dog won't go out the back door. 1 minute. Door's open. Come on, get a toilet. And we're back. For some reason, she won't go out for some reason. Normally she's begging to get out the back door. Back door's open. She won't go out. Oh, President Trump, was you waiting for me to leave the microphone up there? Take it easy, Sean. Thanks for jumping on with us. Is that so, Dave? That's very strange. Well, it's not that strange, actually, but I'm surprised that that people are taking the time to try and what's the word? Is it shadow ban? Oh, come on, don't go all blurry on me. Everyone's going to think they're drunk. Come on, over here. Focus, focus, focus. No, it's not going to focus. No, I only drink coffee, mate. I don't drink. I'm not. I'll drink alcohol very, very rarely. Tea, I can't stand. So I literally, I don't know. I must go through somewhere between 20 and 30 mugs of coffee a day. It's not good for me, but you know. Yeah. Your beer goggles must be putting the focus out of focus back in focus. Take it easy, Fergus. Thank you for jumping up on the channel, mate. Terry Webb, don't forget to be around at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening for the PAP report if you want to see what's going on in the news, in the not so mainstream media. I've gone all soft focus. Could make a joke out of that, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to lower the tone. Yeah, it might be about Trump. Might be about. I'm not sure yet. See how it goes. I didn't realise it was so early. Actually, it's only been on for a couple of hours, isn't it? Well, hour and 45 minutes. Goodbye, Miss Raven. Thanks for joining us. Take it easy, unsub. Oh, is everyone leaving me now? See you later, Ash. Brian, is that question to me? Do I believe in UFOs? Just, well, you remember Dave Bongo slide. You need to remember that Wales, they're not following the legislation in Wales. They're following the advice from the First Minister. So what has changed for us here hasn't changed for them over there. So it's likely that you're going to get yourself seen out of Wales with a fine or a fixed penalty notice in your back pocket. Obviously, as you already know, no need to pay that because it's not lawful. But because they're dealing with it differently than we are here, that border is, think of it as the Berlin Wall. Sorry, Andrew. Shall I do this for a bit? Actually, there are some, just as somebody's bringing up the cards there are some cards that haven't been sent yet that were ordered on the 9th, the 10th and the 11th. And the reason for that is because I've not had an address, or it's taken me till now to get an address. But I've been emailing those people. So if you've not received your cards yet, it's a thing with growing a beard, it gets itchy. If you haven't received your cards yet and you have ordered them on the 9th or the 10th, please check your emails, check your spam box in your emails, just in case it's gone in there. But I have emailed everybody who didn't leave an address. Dave, I think you should wear a tinfoil hat and just set your camera up on the far corner by the pillar, the windscreen pillar. All right, just set your camera there, checking you and your driver's window, and just drive around with a tinfoil hat on, and see how you're treated. You get pulled over, just go, shh, stop shouting, they'll hear you. I believe in UFOs, as in alien UFOs. I do. I think it's ridiculous to say that we're the only living things that are out there. Like, you know, this planet is the only one that has life on. That's just a ridiculous thing to say. That's true, Maria, but I think I emailed you back with the I think I found you the address, didn't I? If I remember rightly. Yeah, I thought I remembered, Maria. Boblovs. Well, the Boblovs are body cameras. I've not got one myself. I wish I had, because they're far nicer than the one that I use. And they've got night vision on. In fact, there is, if you go to, in the description, if you click on the link at the very top of the description below, and that will take you to Pinaki News' channel. If you go through some of his videos, you only need to go through, I think, the last month, maybe the last 2 months. There's a video in there on his channel talking about the Boblov, and that will give you the information. It will tell you what it's about and what it does and all the rest of it. And he actually shows, it will demonstrate the footage from it as well. Catch you later, Carl. Take it easy, mate. Well, Jane, I think it's just easier for to see it in action, if that makes sense, than it is for me to try and explain it. So, I mean, I would quite happily explain it, but I think it's always better to see something in action than it is to be told about it. Brian, if it says, well, no, I mean, if it just says police on it, and it looks like a police one, then there is the argument that it could be deemed as impersonating. But I would then suggest, in my opinion, by the way, this is nothing else other than my opinion, I'd suggest that in order for somebody to assume somebody is the police, there has to be more than just the word police written on the back of a high-vis vest. You know what I mean? And this is why they're supposed to identify themselves. This is why they're supposed to show their ID or warrant card or whatever it is. But literally, I mean, you know, you could go out in your normal civvies, okay? You could just go out in jeans and t-shirt and go up to somebody and say, I'm undercover police, come with me. And if you say it with authority, people will believe you without even asking to see ID in some cases. So this whole impersonating the police, in my opinion, there's got to be more than just, you know, the word police written across the back of something. Does that make sense? I just don't think that it could necessarily stand up. I mean, a reasonable person is not just going to assume that somebody is the police. Sheeple may just well go, oh yes, somebody said they're the police, they must be the police, take my details, take my details, take my details. But ultimately, I think a reasonable person would not just assume that somebody is police because they're wearing something that says police on it. I certainly wouldn't. If they're not in uniform, if they haven't got out of a police vehicle. Could be Sting. Cream and whiskers. Do you know what? I think it's I think there's two reasons. Number one, I think it's a comfortable thing, right? Because when I've got a tack vest, which I use for when I go out, if I'm going out to report on something, and all of my pockets are full, okay? And it's very difficult to put your hands in your pockets in that situation. Putting your hands up here through into your vest is actually is almost like putting your hands in your pockets, and it's quite comfortable in a way. But I think the other reason that they do it is because it puffs them out, makes them appear bigger than they are. King Gripper eventually, yeah, eventually. I've got a camera that's coming. I've got, although I need some more parts for it. I need to get a specific charger which plugs in so I can do my live streams from it. I need to get a mount for microphone and a light. I'm hoping to get some proper lights as well, courtesy of our lovely moderator, Molly, hopefully, if I'm nice to her. And then I want to look at getting a green screen sorted out as well. So, but I want to sort out a dedicated room, and it's very difficult where I am at the moment, but I'm talking to letting agents down south at the moment about moving back down there. So I'm hoping that I'll be moving back down there soon, and I hope to have a room dedicated as a studio that way. It could be that they're not allowed to put their hands in their pockets, Gaza. But let's be fair, how many do we see with their hands in their pockets? You know, I think that when they haven't got, because a lot of them haven't, if they're in a car, for example, they haven't got as well, from what I've noticed, they don't seem to have as much on them as if they're on foot. If they're on foot, they seem to carry more. They've got their tack belt and their tack vest and whatnot. Some of them can put their hands in their pockets. If they're in a car, they can take some of their stuff off, can't they? So they've got less on them. But I always see police. Well, no, that's completely not true. I don't always see police with their hands in their pockets. I don't know why I said that, but I do see police with their hands in their pockets. But obviously, putting their hands in their pockets, you know, let's face it, they're not being in the olden days when they were bobbies, right? Their sergeant used to drive around the street, keeping tabs on the bobbies on the beat. Yeah. These days, what do? Sergeant don't do that anymore. Police are all told, they do their briefing, the constables are told to get out on the job, and the sergeant don't go around checking on them to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? And part of that problem is because most of them have got cars now. They should be on foot. They should be in their areas on foot. Right, my kettle's boiled. I'm going to go pour my brew. Won't be a second. Don't go nowhere. And we're back. And I'll remember to put this back again. Oh. Joe Public could make a great undercover copper. Am I the guy filming at Liverpool docks? I have once, yeah. Maria Finch, if I have explained this in previous video. If you are driving down the road and an unmarked car tries to stop you, okay, if it's night time, especially, and you can't see if they're police or not, all you can see is blue lights and an unmarked vehicle, you are completely within your right to keep driving, okay, until you find somewhere safe to pull over. In fact, I tell people that don't tell me there's no sound. There's definitely sound. You're winding me up. Yeah, there's definitely sound. I can see it. It's picking up sound. Right, where was I? Yeah, Maria. So if you are driving and a car tries to pull you over, it's a unliveried motor, so it's got no markings on it, and all it's got is blue lights. What I suggest people do is to keep driving. Yeah, don't speed up or anything like that. Just keep driving normally and phone the police, 999. Okay. You are allowed to make emergency phone calls while you're driving. That's the only exception to using a mobile phone whilst you're operating a motor vehicle, is to phone emergency services. So if you're driving, you phone 999 and you tell them that you have a vehicle behind you with blue lights. You can't tell whether they're police or not, so you're not stopping. Okay, tell them on the phone that you're not stopping until you get somewhere where you feel safe. Okay, whether that's a lit up area or whether that's somewhere where there's a lot of people, or whether it's to a police station, it's entirely up to you. But you tell them that you're not stopping, and you can't get done for failing to stop then. Molly, are you winding me up or what? Because everyone else is telling me they can hear me. Bus driving ninja. Do you know you sound like there? Well, not sound like, but I can visualize, if you know, if that's the right word, the sound of your voice. D.I. Burnside. D.I. Yes. John's just said that as well. D.I. Burnside. The little cam, there is no, so an affiliate link is obviously, if people want to buy it, then using an affiliate link, I would earn something off of that. But there is nowhere that does an affiliate link for the cameras. I'm hoping and waiting for one of these body camera places to see the channel and go, oh, this will be a good idea. Let's give them a discount, or let's, give them a couple of freebies or whatever it might be. Then who knows? Maybe we'll get something to give away in that way, but I don't know. Yeah, Cop Watch UK. See, I mean, if the police are saying it as well, but it's something I've been saying for ages is you never stop. You never put yourself in danger. But obviously don't put your foot down to get away from them as long as you're on the phone to the police. If anything does go a little bit weird, you know, if they pull up next to you or, you know, try and overtake you or anything like that, then obviously you need to keep yourself safe. But as long as you're on the phone to 999, then obviously they could be sending somebody else out or checking to see whether or not that is somebody, a legitimate old bill. But I would still wait until I get somewhere that's lit up. No, you don't have to be hands-free to phone the police. You can if you're phoning 999, you can use your phone while you're driving. Oh, no, this bloody thing keeps doing that. It will be better in the next couple of weeks, I promise you. The quality is going to be way better, promise you. And it's not going to keep doing that focus searching either. I can't do nothing. It's automatic. I can't do nothing about it. Well, if the car you're in's been nicked, then, you know, I wouldn't phone 999. Just get your phone out and record it. Record the chase. Thank you, Dave. I'll just phone 999. 101 takes forever to get answered anyway. It's ridiculous. I mean, 101 might be the number you want to call if you've stolen a car and you're being chased by an unmarked vehicle with blue flashing lights. Because by the time they answer the phone, you'll probably have dumped the car and burnt it out anyway. We'll get the split. See, I don't know what it is with this this whole connection thing at the moment, but it's just so bad at the minute. And I think it's because I said it last week. I think it's because so many people are online at the moment. I think it's just causing a really bad lag in the internet speed. So I'm hoping at some point over the next couple of weeks, it might ease up a little bit. Pornhub in meltdown. Could well be. I've literally got nothing else. Well, I mean, I've got this one on. I've been trying to fix the old laptop just for storing stuff on. It's no good for anything else. It's absolutely fried in that respect, but just to use it as a storage device. But I've got Wi-Fi on that. I've got Wi-Fi on my phone. In fact, I've got two phones here that are connected to the Wi-Fi, and I've got this one. And at the moment, everything's on full power downloading stuff from Pornhub. No, it's not. It's not. Where's my truncheon? It's a bit personal, Jay. Come on. Let's keep this back personal chat to Discord, shall we? $5G, yeah. What are the hard drives in there, Petrolhead? They're not that big, are they? I'm sure they're not. I could do with a rack with half a dozen hard drives in. I'm looking to get. I mean, this computer is what I bought after Christmas, which is great. But I'm going to look into getting another sticker memory for that as well. Yeah, PORNHUB. Although they're freebie, they were doing a freebie for a month while people were in lockdown. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard that the cure for coronavirus is wanking. So, yeah, they've done a freebie. They must have cured thousands of people. But that freebie is now ended. So I've been told. I didn't get an email 2 days ago to tell me that my free trial had ended or anything like that. So 320 gig. I'll tell you what, actually saw a 40 terabyte hard drive for about 180 quid the other day. And I was thinking, shall I? That lasts an awful long time. 40 terabytes. Joe Public. Oh, Johnny, what? Hang on. Is Joe Public free of COVID-19? Yeah. Yeah, got all of that out of his system. The porn business is very lucrative. It's very lubricative. Yeah, I was literally thinking about the videos only. All of my videos at the moment, I've got every single video I've uploaded since I started the channel. I've still got them. I've got a portable hard drive behind me, and this as well now. This has got a terabyte hard drive in. I've got plenty of videos on this one already, and it's hardly taken up any space at all. Take care, Raymond. Thanks for jumping on, and thank you for your support. Stop talking about memory. You haven't got any. Sean, you're not old Bill, are you? Oh, sorry. No, that's common sense. Chris Hartley, you want to get yourself on X Hamster then? X Hamster, you don't have to sign up to watch more than a preview. I mean, there is a premium side, or so my source keeps telling me. But yeah. You've been watching The Flash. Is that a porno? Kill Poppers, yeah, you can email me. Absolutely. Have I won a mask yet? I don't do masks myself. Hereford DJ, take it easy. Yeah, friend of a friend, next door neighbour's dog walker pal told me. Yeah, something like that. Oh no, Daisy, let's not start that, eh? Let's not start that. Don't. Go outside and do it. Get outside and do it. Oh, she's doing a little thing that she does when she's going to start being sick. Your cat farts, it makes your eyes bleed. No, Stella, she's obviously eating something from outside. Now she's making that noise. And that's what that whinging is as well. Well, go outside and be sick then. If you want to be sick. Nobody here wants to hear it. And I don't want you being sick on me. What are you doing? Oh, I hate that noise. That is one of the most annoying noises. Go outside and do it. One of the most annoying noises ever. Oh, that noise. I'm gonna have to take her out in a little while. Well, I say in a little while. Oil the dog. My hands are here. And now she stops making noises. Now my hands are here. Yes. Thanks, Daisy. Oh, dear. God, it's getting warm tonight, I tell you. Yeah, who's talking about having the TV on? A pap newspaper? God. Wouldn't know where to start with that. I have had enough time putting videos together. Okay, I'm reading your comment there, Bob85. I'm guessing there's another bit to come on that. Bob, what I think it's different if somebody's committing a crime, okay, because at the end of the day, none of us want crime in society. We're never going to be able to stop it, but none of us want actual crime in society. Okay. My point is when you're grassing on people for going out for their second walk of the day, for example, when you're grassing on people for sitting in a communal garden, these are the things that I don't agree with. These are the things that I am fully against. You know, it's exactly what the people up the top want. They want us to be in conflict with each other. The more we're in conflict with each other, the less conflict the government get from us. Indeed, petrol head. Indeed. People say to me quite often, oh, you'll be the first person to call the police if your parents' house got burgled or whatever. I would, yeah, absolutely. And the reason I would do that is because that's a crime. Do you know what I mean? the police aren't there to appease people's feelings. The police aren't there to appease the government. The police are there to enforce the law, and the law is to protect us. That's what the law is for. Unfortunately, it now gets used against us more than to protect us. But the problem is, people are, or the police are encouraging people to grass on each other for things that have got fuck all to do with the police. And they create a crime out of it where there is no crime. I was Tyrant Finder back. Oh God, Brian, you don't want a t-shirt with me on it. You know how they say what you wear can make a difference between whether you look fat or whether you look thin. It don't matter what kind of a beanstalk you are. You wear a t-shirt with me on it, and you're going to look fat. Constable Bacon, Tyrant Finder. Constable Bacon won the camera. Eat some snaps. I had a packet of Watsits and a packet of Skips today, Molly. I have a couple of videos left on my computer to do at some point this week as well, and I know I've had a couple of videos sent to me as well, which is one of the reasons why today I was working on tomorrow's report, because there's that much information that I'm literally not going to have time tomorrow to write the script for it and then film it and then edit it. So I've done most of the script today. I've still got about 3 or 4 stories to do. And I'm going to do that tonight. So tomorrow, all I've got to do is record and edit. Sean, we love to have a chat once a week on here. Most weeks, not every week, but most weeks we'll have a chat on here, live chat. Especially during the lockdown, we just come on and everybody just talks. You know what I mean? Everybody just has a conversation. It makes a nice change, I think, from it gives people something to look forward to. Lock themselves in another room away from the kids once a week. 2 to 3 times a week, Tom. I'm not sure I can manage 2 or 3 times a week at the moment. You know this. I mean, who's here has heard of what's it called? UK. What's it called? 2 blokes. They talk about politics stuff. Got a desk and they have like a green screen behind them with big windows. UK column, is that what it's called? UK column? Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Molly. Evening, Quinn. Something like that, something like UK column. I'd love to get into a situation where we're where we could do something like that on the channel. Do you know what I mean? I think it's better. I love the idea of having somebody to bounce off of when you're, not like that before anybody starts getting rude. But I think that when you've got somebody sitting with you, you've got somebody to, discuss things with and maybe has a slightly different take on a situation, for example. And you can also have fun with somebody as well. Again, not like that, but you can, you can liven things up a bit when there's more than one person. And I'd love to be able to get to a situation like that where, have some kind of a desk and have a co-host, if you like. That would be ideal. Again, the problem is, however, is that it's all to do with cost. Before all of this started, obviously before just after Christmas, I was putting out videos occasionally. I wasn't doing them all the time. I was putting them out occasionally, but I was working on my own business at that point. Since February, since January, February, I started doing these pack reports, and I didn't realize that it was going to take up as much time as it does. I've been trying to get myself into some kind of a routine that allows me time to deal with the business that I was working on as well. But it's getting to a point with the channel where if the growth keeps going, that it, if it sees the growth that it has been over the past year, even more so in the last couple of months, then I could be in a situation where I can give up on that other idea and concentrate full time doing this. But the problem is, as I'm saying, is it's a financial situation. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I set up the Patreon, to try and get in a situation where I could then move on to this full time and just deal with this all the time. Daisy, stop it. What's that about Fraggle Rock song? Yeah, well, you see, I mean, there's a lot of other channels that are dealing with other aspects that I don't really care to get involved with. For example, the politics side of things, it's really not for me. And UK Column deal with things like that. But again, that I know of, there is no other channel that I know of that does what I'm doing at the moment. And if I can get to a point where I can make it a more professional production, shall we say, then that would be, that would be great. I'd be well up for that, well up for taking it on and doing it full time, and making it a job. At the moment, I've got nothing else to do, which is why I do it. So if you're going to be sick, the door's open. Go outside and do it. No, don't come to me. Right, she's not going to go out on her own and do what she needs to do. She's not going to be sick. So I need to get her out and let her eat some grass, shall we say, and that's not a metaphor. Ted's all right. Little Ted's teaching Big Ted a lesson at the moment. He's teabagging him. Big Ted gave him a right good seeing to in Friday's PAP reports. But little Ted's decided to teabag Big Ted today. Oh, there we go. Right, guys. I'm going to have to wrap this up because I need to sort the dog out, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, she needs sorting out. But thank you for joining the live stream this evening. Much appreciated. I know as soon as you're all back at work and you've all got your own lives to lead again, I'll hardly see any of you on here. Such is life. Oh, dear. But, yeah. Oh, sorry, Lego Batman. You'll have to go back and watch it on replay. But yeah, again, thank you to everybody for jumping on this evening. Congratulations to Constable Bacon for winning the Bodycam. I'll check your email shortly. I'll get that off to you either tomorrow or Tuesday. Either way, you'll have it by Wednesday. Yeah. Keep your eyes open for tomorrow's PAP reports. It's going to be a belter. There's a lot to go through for tomorrow. Other than that, look after yourselves. Stay safe. That's the wrong way around. I should know it by now, shouldn't I? Stay safe. Look after each other. Film the police. Lego Batman. If you join the Discord server, you get instant notifications, bud. Just you haven't got to get involved if you don't want to. But if you join the Discord server, you'll get notifications as soon as the videos go up. Yeah, so film the police and other officials, and I am out of here. Good night. God bless. Oh my God. Oh, she's going to be sick. I've got to go.